Okay.
Hey, y'all. It's me, Sariah Pocket Peele, coming to you with another gem, rising star that's on my podcast. I feel so special. Let me tell you something. I want to say, and I do want to at least apologize for the other day. I said that someone was so fortunate to be on my podcast, and that is far from the case. I am the fortunate one to have these gems, these rising stars on my podcast, and they looked at Sariah Parker to be able to be a part of their life and just put them out there because that's what I want to do. All people that is connected with me would never want again. They would never have anything that they need again. I mean, I'm the connector of all nations, and I strongly believe if you're a faith warrior, whatever you believe in, you will have. And I believe that I am the healer of all people. Let me introduce you my star for today. He is the unstoppable from New York. Yes, NY filmmaker
Hello.
and actor on the rise.
How
Let
you
me say
doing?
this.
How you doing,
Hello,
Sariah?
Randy.
Are you that's
Randy,
Sariah, right?
yes, it's Sariah, Randy. How are
Okay.
you?
I
Tell
am
the
blessed
listeners.
as always. I'm doing good. Thank you so much for having me on your show. I call it an honor. Definitely a blessing from God just to be here and to
That is amazing.
be
Tell
with
the listeners how
a
you met
legend
me.
in our making in our town.
Well, I appreciate that. I want you to tell the listeners a little bit of how you found out about me and how we met and how we became like everyday sociable, being able to talk back and forth and getting to know each other.
Well, it was all divine and purpose by God, I'll say. I was actually on social media, as we are now, on IG. For those who don't know, that's abbreviation for Instagram. Okay? And I was just observing like I normally do, looking, do business and stuff like that. And I just happened to run across your ad. I said, this seems interesting. And I just felt in my heart, let me contact you. And to my surprise, you contacted me real quick. Usually people have me waiting on tables. You got back to me like that. And I'm like, and for what I saw, the way you presented yourself in such a professional way, I would figure I would have to wait, but God, when He does things, He does it fast. And this is the time of the season for God to do a quick work. You met me like about a week or so ago, and here we are talking. So I count that as an honor, a blessing, and a joy to talking with you on your podcast.
Oh, that is amazing because it's y'all that make this podcast what it is. It's the people that say, yes, Sariah, I'll be on your podcast, not knowing much about me, but the little they do know from what I explain to them about what I'm trying to do, how I'm trying to do it. I am a believer and I do
Yes.
nothing without God. And I went from one place to another
Amen.
here today with
Yes.
you, the
Yes.
filmmaker that's actually going to be the reason why my movie come out, the reason why my documentary is going to come out, because God
Oh,
already
glory,
knew that I
God.
believed it enough that
Yes.
someone was going to come and drop in my lap and give me what I need as he's getting what he needs, because God worked like that,
Amen.
right?
Yes, He does. God works in ways we least expect, which is in the natural mysterious to us that they call God works in mysterious ways. But He works in
Mm-hmm.
ways that's mystery to us. Okay? He doesn't
Yes.
work a mystery, He just works, but it's a mystery to us and our mortal mind. So, yeah, this is definitely divine and purpose by the Lord. And I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to be on
So
your show.
what interests me the most is that when I looked at your Instagram, because I mean, I've been scammed. I am a victim of being scammed for
I
countless
almost been
hardworking
there. I
money.
understand.
I mean, it hurts so bad, but the joy that I get out of that is that God still fulfill all my needs. I never want for anything, even
Correct.
with the countless that been stolen with the blood, sweat, and tears. He
Yes.
still fulfill my needs. What
Yes.
made me kind of interested with you is that I said, let me check his Instagram out real quick, because I just don't want to open up no portals with the enemy trying to, constantly steal and destroy the little that I do have and that I'm so grateful for. So I seen you saying you was about to get your new professional camera, and something spoke into my spirit and said, oh my God, he's going to do my documentary. He's going to be the
Oh,
one that's going to help me do this movie. So let me just get
oh,
like into the meat of it. So then you was telling me about your magazines you was in, and I
yes.
was like, wow, and I'm gonna go back and forth about how God had me at one place, took me from another place, and then put me back in the place with you.
Yes.
So I was a model with Travis Winky years ago in 1998, and I had a chance to be in Ebony magazine and Ford
Mm,
magazine and all those type of things, but I never completed the assignment because it was just too
okay.
easy for me. It wasn't no challenge. And then
Yes.
God knew when I came back to, believing in Him and experiencing Him for myself. That's what happened. I actually experienced Him for myself, and then you come along and he
Mm,
know I want to write a movie. He know I want to do this. He know I want to do that. And here you done did
wow.
all these things already. All these things. So tell us a little bit about the magazines you've been in, the movies and the acting you've been doing, and how I will be coming to meet you very soon. Because that's what I do for my listeners. When I on my podcast, if the plane can get there, if a boat can get there, if a train can get there, I'm coming to see you.
Yes. Okay. All right. You got time for a story? Well,
Yes.
I'll break it down in syllables. Okay, I was in a couple of magazines. One magazine I was in a couple of times this year is called Stardom One on One Magazine. That's a promotional magazine. That magazine actually promotes people like yourself and myself, and they also have people that's already being well and groomed in the industry, like stars and celebrities. So we're kind of like along with the people. They kind of do what you're doing, but on paper, okay, and online. So I got a few photos of myself and an interview of myself. Then I got my cast in there from the movie that we're doing right now called The Unstoppables. Big up to my whole cast. I love all you guys. Okay, I was in that magazine. I was in another magazine as well. It's called Top Poster Magazine. I was with them, and they just pretty much, put my picture in there to advertise who I was, what I'm doing and stuff. I'm also scheduled for a couple of other magazines that's coming out. I don't want to get too much out about that. And I'm also rebirthing my own magazine that I'm doing right now. I did it years ago, but that was way before they had all these streaming services, Amazon, Kindle, and all that other stuff. And then the Lord laid upon my heart to start it again. So I'm starting it again, and it's a promotional magazine that really gets talent out there. People like yourself, like myself, and even I'm looking forward to have established talent that's already out there that we like as fans, and things of that nature to give people opportunities that go further, that's already went far, and people that's rising up like us that go far.
That is amazing. And it's something about what you just said. You said something about rebirthing. And
Yes,
I go to church every Sunday. I try to go faithfully. Sometimes
yes,
by me working
yes.
7 days a week, every single
Same
day,
here.
it gets in
Same
the
here.
way. But I
Same here.
always make sure I pay my tithes and offering. And they was
Yes,
talking about rebirthing. So that is a sign to me that maybe you are the right person that's going to be into my life and that's going to help me rebirth, what I've already have done in the
yes.
unnatural, so the natural can see it, if that makes sense.
Yes. Yes. Well, this wasn't an overnight for
Trying to
me.
get this.
I have a story I can tell what happened, how I got in this business. If you
Okay.
want,
Yes.
Okay, years ago, back in the year 1983, we're talking decades ago. Most of the generation parents
I
was
was
even born.
3 years old. I was three.
Oh my goodness! Don't tell your age, please. Okay, okay. I was 13. Put it like that. Okay. years ago. I remember hanging out in the housing projects when I'm originally from in Brooklyn, New York, Bedford Stuyvesant, where better known as Do or Die Bed Stuy, and a housing project called Sumner Housing Project, which were one of the toughest neighborhoods any child could grow up in. It still is to this day, but it was rough back then. And I was hanging among my friends, that people I grew up with and stuff. And one of my older brothers, who's no longer here with us, may he rest in peace, and he knew more about the streets than I did. You would say he's an OG, like he was really out there as a gangster, the real street thug and all that stuff. Back then we called thugs, gangsters, whatever. And he saw the kind of friends I was hanging out with. So he knew how they were. To me, they were just my friends. But behind closed doors, when I was hanging with them, he knew that they was purse snatchers, robbers, stick-up kids, and all the other stuff. So what we used to do back then, we call it snitching now. We call it tattletelling. So what he did, he told our mother, who's in heaven now, he told our mother the kind of people I was hanging out with. So I got angry. I said, "Mind your business. This is my friends, not yours. So why you all in my business like this, yo?" So what my mother did, she said, "Randy, why don't you pray and ask God to give you a talent?" Because I was raised up in church. Through her, being a Christian, devout, saved, born again, Holy Spirit filled woman of God, and singing on a choir in the Brooklyn Tabernacle back in the days. So I said, "Mom, I can't do nothing." Now back then I wasn't nowhere in the business. I was just trying to be a street kid, trying to be down, like Brandy would say. Okay, and I didn't know what I can do. So my mother said, "No, a talent could be anything." I said, "Okay, Mom, I tell you what. You pray, then I pray." She said, "Okay." So she was making collard greens for the family. I remember like it was yesterday, the year 1983 in October, making collard greens for the family. So I went in the room, got on my knees, and I prayed how she taught me how to pray, because I didn't know too much about anything with spiritual except through my mother. And then my mother,
Right.
she's one of those real heavy 5 hour praying women. So I know she came in the room and prayed for me. Well, the next day, something happened to me that never happened. It's like I became the black Pinocchio. What I mean like that, if you look at the Pinocchio cartoon movies, it's like he was stiff, dead, had no sense of direction, go nowhere. And then next thing you know, you saw sparkles coming down on him like the power of God. He became alive on the Disney. So that's what it came to me. The next day, I found myself sitting down at the kitchen table writing songs. Now, I never wrote a song of my life. I love music, but I never wrote a song of my life. Okay, I was a big fan of people like New Edition, and that's when Candy Girl first came out back in the days. So we talking a long time ago, Michael Jackson, etc. So I started writing songs, and as I started writing songs, I tried to sing, and I wasn't good of a singer. And the more I got into music, even I got into hip hop, I was a good, I was good at that as well. But more I got into music, the less I found myself being interested when to be in the streets. So I just continued to build on that. And as I continued to build on that, what I did, I would make demo tapes, and I would go to. I had a friend of mine by the name of Terrence Jones, which is still a good friend today. He actually called me up to rap with him in a rap duo, because back then everybody had partners in rapping. I said, "Okay." I told him I tried to sing. He said, "No, anybody could rap, man, but not that many people can sing." I said, "Okay, I'll do with you." And I figured, you know what? If I do rap with him, I can meet a producer like backstage telling him you want to sing. So I said, "Okay, I told him I'll do it." And then I started rapping, and I liked it, so I stick with that. So I made rap videos in my community, and I made it on this thing called Video Music Box back in the days. I don't know if you're
Wow.
probably familiar with it. On VJ Rockmadan, big up to Rockmadan. So he had this thing called Make It or Break It. And I saw my thing on television. I felt like Michael Jackson at the time. So wow, I'm on TV. People looking at me in a project. Yeah, I'm so you on TV. I was like Biggie Small before Biggie Smalls, but I didn't really go nowhere with that. So as I started doing that, I looked at myself and said, I can act. So I made my first because I made a video, like a drug video, with an old friend of mine who's still a good friend today by the name of Robert Flood, one of my other actors that worked with me. And what I did, I started auditioning for TV shows, commercials. I mean, I auditioned for the Cosby Show back then, and that back then the Cosby Show was like the biggest black sitcom on television and the biggest sitcom ever. So I was all happy. I was supposed to play a scene with Theo. I was all happy and everything, but I didn't know the business. I'm thinking to myself, I'm gonna be like a Disney kid. I'm gonna be like I'm gonna be like The late Gary Coleman. Or I'm gonna be like Nicholas for Eight Is Enough. I'm gonna get an agent gonna call me. I'm gonna start working, move to LA, live in a big Hollywood house. After 2 weeks went by, I didn't know it was like a make it or break it. Nobody called me. So I got offended and I said, man, that's not the treatment of the people in my neighborhood. I'm getting hated. And I'm like, you know what I'm gonna do? Something rose up inside of me. I said, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna write my own stuff. I'm gonna direct my own stuff. I'm gonna film my own stuff, and I'm gonna put people in my films just like myself who's trying to come up, give them an opportunity. Then as I get well known, then I'll hire the big people like Holly Berry, Denzel, and all these people, Wesley Snipes, if they want to work with me. I had it all planned out. So that's what I started doing. Started doing my own stuff and started getting, working on other people. Now I didn't get the big people at the moment, like I wanted to. Because if I did, I'm gonna be dressing like a bum. I'm just joking. But I didn't get that. So I just kept going in that direction. And then what I started doing, I had a camera. I started videotaping like church sermons. I did music videos for people, and then I started writing more films and stuff like that. And I just continued to pursue it. And I did a lot of background for like movies and TV shows. I had my apostle, Keith Davis, who encouraged me to go further in what I was doing. Big ups to him, my spiritual father and my mentor, as well as he's my friend and everything. And he encouraged me to continue to go on and do it. So I started doing background, and I've been working on big movie projects. And I used to watch and observe how they do movies, so I learned from that. I didn't go to no academy or nothing like that. I mean, I did take a film class in a local studio in my community from the TV show that I have, but I didn't take no film class. I started reading books and everything, and ever since then, I just started building all the way till I met you.
I'm so proud of you. I'm extremely proud of you because
Thank you.
me as a believer, as you was talking about being in movies and things like that, and it's crazy because like I said, I would enter my story into yours to see why we have met. It might be God, it might not be, but it was God that brought us here today to connect with each other so we can
Yeah.
help each other go to the next step. And so I used to I actually met a lot of stars, when I was in my time of being a madam. I used to be a madam and I used to have a lot of girls and things like that. So I met Queen Latifah, Bone Dolls and
You was
Harmony, the
a madam?
Meniskis, Queen.
What?
Yes, you have to get my first book.
Okay.
You got to get my book.
Okay, I'm gonna read it.
Make
I'm gonna
sure
get it.
you
I'm
get
gonna get it.
my book.
I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna read it. I promise you. I'm gonna read it.
So
Somehow,
I
some
met Queen
way. I'll get it.
Latifah, Bone Thugs and Harmony, the Meniskis, Casey, JoJo, AC Juicy,
Hmm.
which was their tour manager. Um, like I said,
You were going
I
deep.
met a
That's
lot of
crazy.
people, and I met them in the wrong setting because it was things I wanted to do too. Like I also was an extra in The Wire. I met
Wow.
Danny Glover, what's his name? Cool J. I met a lot of those type of people working at one of the restaurants I used to work at when I was working at this restaurant called Micah's Curry out at the age of 12. I was going to
Hmm.
school full time and I was working there full time. So
Hmm.
it's like I was able to meet a lot of important people, but that's not the case. The thing is with you, you're going to make people important. You don't need the important to make you
Hmm.
important.
I
So
tried.
the fact that I felt that and I heard that loud and clear, you are looking for the wrong thing. You need to look into what you're going to do for others because you're
Hmm.
already a star. You already have your
Yeah.
professional you already did a lot that most people dream of doing.
I ain't no star. I
So
tried.
you need to help them and you will be helping them because I'm the connector. I'm going to connect you with some people as well
Okay. Thank you.
for you to help them be able to be their own Denzel Washington, be their own
Oh,
Holly Berry, be these things that most stars are looking for.
yes. I'm
They
also on a
already
podcast.
stars. We
Yes.
need some people to take over what they're going to leave behind once they get old and they're not living anymore. We need another Holly Berry.
Right.
We need another. Oh, but we need only one Sariah Parker and we need only one Randy. We
Jones.
only need one of you.
Well, I've been told, it's been told, and I believe the Lord even spoke to me that I was going to be like the next Tyler Perry. I like to say Black Steven Spielberg, but
You may be. I mean, I love Tyler Perry. I tried to
I
reach out
love
to him
Tyler
several
Perry.
times, but I felt like it was just too easy at the time I was doing it. And now I want it so bad. It's like I'm gonna have a lot of work to do. But it doesn't matter because I believe that my faith belief system is so strong that it
Hmm.
manifests everything that I believe in.
Yes.
Every single thing I believe in. I'm working on a
Amen.
$1 billion empire. Believe you me, I'm actually having God send other people that's close to me. Not too many people are real close to me.
Can
Send
I be a
me
part of that, please?
classes. You
Can I be
already
a part
are.
of?
You on the show.
Oh, thank you.
You
I
think you're not
appreciate
gonna
it.
do that show 1, 2, and 3? Yes, of course. I'm
You hear
like,
that,
you
cat?
to
You hear
me.
that? My cast members, you hear that, right? So I'm on $1 billion project, so you ain't got to worry about the budget no more. Okay?
Yeah, that is
No, I'm joking.
awesome.
They
But
don't do that.
I do treat people the way they supposed to be treated. I don't look for no favors. I mean, I look for blessings, yes, because I'm highly favored. I'm supposed to get blessings, but I also put blessings in people's lives the way they do for me.
You know what? One thing I love about you, Sariah, and I love that name. Oh my goodness, that sounds like Queen. And
It's a princess name
and
from it's
that
Hebrew.
sounds
My
like
mother got it
that
from the
sounds
Bible.
that sounds like Black Queen in Wakanda. I love your
Awesome.
I love your spirit. It is sweet like honey. I love it. I
Oh,
love your spirit. I love it.
that
I
is
love your
so
attitude
sweet.
and your spirit. It's sweet like honey. It's sweet. Very sweet.
Well,
And I
thank
mean
God it's
that.
not an act.
I'm not, I want nobody thinking, okay, where you going with this interview, Randy? It ain't like that. She's
No,
happily
I know
married.
you're not being like that.
She's happily married, everybody. Okay, and
Yes.
I'm happily miserable. So I'm just joking. I love you.
You
I
just
love
say
you.
anybody want to watch
I,
this show. You know
I
what? This is
love
what
you.
the show
I
is
love your
all
spirit.
about.
And I know you're not from New York because New York women are just plain evil and mean, nasty. Yeah, New South.
You're so funny. I love it. I
Okay.
love it. I love the authentic. I told you I make up words that don't belong in the dictionary.
I do the same.
I love.
I do the same thing. I mean, I'm also a part of a podcast also, hosted by
Yes, and
I'm also part of a podcast called Kicking It with Tina podcast. Y'all can catch that Kicking It with
kicking
Tina
it with Tina.
podcast.com. Yeah,
Make
Kicking It
sure
with
you
Tina.
tell them
Yes, Kicking It with
exactly
Tina
how it's
podcast.
spelled.
Yes, by
Kicking
Miss
it with
Christine White.
so it's kicking with the
Kick,
ing.
Kicking it. Let me show you. Right. Let me
Yes.
show you. You might. Well, this is on video. This is audio, right?
Uh huh.
Okay, it's kicking it with Tina. KICKINItWithTinaKITINAPODCAST.com. Kicking it with
Kicking
Tina.
it with the also it's the kicking like the black spelling, not
Yeah,
kicking.
exactly. Kicking it with Tina podcast. I work with a young lady by the name of Miss Christine White. Short for Tina. Her stage name is Tina. She's also starring in my film called Get Jonesy. Okay, she's
I
starring in my
can't
film.
wait to see your films. I can't. I
Yeah,
tried to go through your films, your magazines, your podcasts
yeah,
all day today, but I
yeah.
was in
And
corporate meetings
and I just
all
and I,
day.
yes, and I just got signed up. I got signed up for a couple of people to work with on the new streaming service. Okay, one of them I just
Hmm.
got signed up with a place called Show ITV Showtime based in Nashville, Tennessee, by the Richardson sisters, Sade and Janaea Richardson. I love you, sisters. Okay, they saw my work, and that should be up and running sometime in 2024 around spring. Okay. And
Uh huh.
also, I got a couple of other streaming services I'm looking to get on as well.
Talk
And
about them. Talk about the ones you want us to be able to subscribe to. All of those things.
yeah,
What do you want us to subscribe to?
Kicking it with Tina podcast, definitely on that one. I do skits. We do comedy skits, and it's hilarious.
I
Her and
love
I
it.
do comedy skits. Oh my goodness, the stuff you're gonna hear come out my mouth, you may want to do comedy skits.
No,
I
believe
mean,
you me, a lot of people say I'm funny as I don't know what, but I'm just being me. Like I just talk what's on my mind. I say what's on
well,
my mind.
I get the same thing. People always tell me, "Look, Randy, you're a comedian." I said, "No." Yeah, and one guy, I know, a friend of mine, big up to Anthony. He said, "Listen, I do open mic. Won't you come down and do stand up?" I said, "I'm not funny." "Yes, you are. I see your stuff." And I've really been feeling in my spirit the Lord want me to go and start doing stand up. And I can't, I'm not funny like that. I mean, I wrote some stuff and everything, but every time I talk, I do my acting, people say I'm funny. Like, I got a sitcom I did called "Can Life Get Any Worse Than This?" by myself and my co-star, well, former co-star, Miss Alicia Fogg. We always working together, and people love the comedy. And I'm looking to redo this as well. So, Mr. Perry, you out there? You listening? You need some new talent? You got me here in New York, okay? So it's real funny. I may want you to produce it, Sariah. Okay, I may want you to produce this new sitcom. Okay, it's real funny. And people were saying you're funny. I said, no, I'm not funny. I'm funny looking. People look at me and laugh. So
You're so funny. You are hilarious.
I don't think I'm funny. I just like that. I just like, I just have a sense of humor. I think
Yeah.
I just like,
And it's
I
a
think it's
great
it's normal
it's a
talking.
great sense of humor. I think that's awesome. Cause I think I say some things a lot of times when I'm around people that don't know me. And I might, crack a black joke about myself or something like that. And they be looking like, did she just say that? But you were thinking it.
Exactly. I mean, a lot of time I would say things I don't know about. Okay, like if somebody say something about who is Eric Rogers, I say, well, he owned Roy Rogers Chicken, all right. I say something like that, and people look at you like I'm stupid if I laugh. I say he said no, he played sports. Oh, he did hockey, and the guy got in trouble with his wife, and they think, no, that's Tiger Woods. What's wrong with you? But see something like that, because I don't follow
Mm-mm-mm.
sports that much, But I just say that my family would tell me I'm like the family, I'm like the comedian of the family. I just speak normal sometimes. I
Yeah,
can't help it. I'm not the type that will always get serious so much or anything. I'm not that type unless you miss my paycheck. But still again, I'm not that type. I just in me. I just can't help it. I can't, it just something common. You got to come out of me. I just,
I
it just.
think you're so funny. And I mean it's crazy because I really I don't know. I'm a person that is very, 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 very straightforward. And when I looked at you, I was laughing a little bit. I said he could work on his poses a little bit with this daggone magazine. I said, what is he doing with his head all time?
See what I'm saying? You were laughing at me, funny looking. You know what I'm saying?
I said, I'm gonna have to help him out.
Yeah, see, you were laughing at me. You see?
But it made me wanted to get to know you. It made me want to get
Okay.
to know you because your spirit was also really like it was I seen God in it. I did see God in it. But then I was looking at some of your magazines with the little cigar and the gun and all that. I said, I'm going to hurt him. What is he talking?
The cartoon. Cause I do comic books also. I got a couple of comic books coming out. I do comic books.
I think you
Yeah.
awesome. I really do. I think you is so awesome. So
Oh, thank
we
you.
have a lot of stuff to do. I want you to do whatever shout outs you have for your friends and family. I want
Okay.
you to tell us whatever podcast you want us to actually subscribe to because I'm going to subscribe to them too. I want us to be able to connect together and let people know. And I want also other people that's watching or listening to this podcast, if you feel like that you fit in anything from the guests that come onto my podcast, reach out to me so I can connect you to them. Because it's going to be, we're the new generation and we're getting older. We're still too young to die now, but we're getting older and we need to make the best out of the life we have because we only
Amen.
get one life. We get more than
God,
one chance, but we get one life.
God got us here for a reason. Okay. I mean, you talking to a guy who was, just share a little testimony. I had an ulcer attack years ago from stress. I was in a hospital for like
Wow.
almost a week or so, and I came through that. It was, and through that, I just continue to press on. I mean, I just got to continue to do what I do. So a lot of people tell me that, listen, you're doing too much, man. You're doing this, you're doing that. But the people tell
You
me I'm
tell me
doing
the
too much,
same thing.
they're not doing nothing. Okay? You're not doing nothing. I'm doing what I got to do. I'm using my God given talent. I work on one movie, and after that, I got to do another one. I work on that one. After that, I got to do another one. You know, but I'm just excited to be on your show. I'm just telling you. Okay, and if you and then anybody listen out there who got any podcast or show would like for me to be on, please let me know. If I have to travel to your city, I live in New York, but I have to travel to your city to be on, just let me know, okay? Or we could do it on podcasts, or like this, and just hit me up, or you can hit up, Sariah,
Where
if
they
you're
gonna
just
hit you up at? What no, where they gonna hit you up at? Where can they
okay. You can
reach
hit me
out
up
to
at
you?
the
I know
you can
IG, Instagram.
Okay, you can catch me on Instagram, Jones Randy 7 Instagram. You can also catch me on Facebook, Randy Jones on Facebook. You can go to my website, www.randyjonesproduction.com. Okay, you can go to my YouTube site, Mega Randy, YouTube.com, Mega Randy Jones. My other YouTube site, youtube.com/Randy Jones Films. I mean, other things on YouTube as well that, like, I don't know the site for all of them. Okay,
That is
yeah,
awesome.
you can catch me there. And you said I can give a shout out to my
Of
people, right?
course. Of
Okay.
course.
Shout out to all my family, everybody. I love you guys and everything. The McCrae, the Jones, everybody. Carol, Dana, Carrie, Mike, all you guys. Love you guys. My nieces, Hannah, Amber, Kaya, love all y'all. Okay. So let me give a shout out to my cast and my friends. First, big shout out to where I'm from, born and raised, Brooklyn, New York. Sumner Housing Projects. What's going on, Sumner? How y'all doing? This is me. Okay. Big Rand. Okay. We give a shout out to Luke Lakowski. This is my cast that's working me on my movies. Luke Lakowski, Anthony Rosa Jr., which is one of my faithful, trusted members I'm working with. Diana Lopez, Hiram Josiah, or call me Hiram, please. Okay, Dale Smith, Corinne the actress. Okay, big up to Europe out there. Latia All, my newly director, Michael Jones, my other director, my other camera guy, Mr. Dorian Knighton, Christine White, better known as Tina. What up, Tina? My good friend for over 40 years, Robert Flood. What up, Miss Catriona Yvonne, who plays my wife in my new movie that I'm doing, that I did. Amelia Moore, the host with the most. Okay, ITV Showtime, the Richardson sisters, Janae and Sade Richardson. Love y'all for the opportunity. Other cast members, Zach Buenas, Mr. Sheldon Henry. Thank you, brother, for introducing me to Method Man. I appreciate that. I got love for you. I ain't forget you, my brother, and stuff like that. I'm gonna have you in my films as well. And again, JJ Matisse, comedian JJ Matisse, Zach Buenas, Regine Raymond, Justina Weems, Diana Ross, and I don't mean the singer. There's a new actress rising up by the name of Diana Ross. Okay, that's her real name. So I don't want nobody thinking, hold on a second, you mean Diana Ross? I don't want Tracy, your daughter calling me. Why you put my mother in your interview? She don't know you. I said, yeah, but the Diana Ross from Brooklyn know me. She's in my film. Okay. Ken Devine, my brother, who put me. I'm also in a novel. Yeah, I'm in a couple of novels by the name of Ken
Awesome.
Devine. You can check them up. I'm in a couple of novels. Shawana Riles, hit me up, sis. Tracy Dean, and everybody else. I mean, I mention you or anything like that. I still love you guys. All y'all that show support and stay with me. Samia Hassan, big up to Ethiopia, Africa. Everybody, I love you guys. All y'all out there, thank you for your time and your effort. And I know it's been a long journey working with me on my films and stuff, but now things is about to unfold.
Unfold.
And
Yes.
also big up to UBC TV, Miss Peggy Dotson, okay, who actually signed a distribution deal with me to have my film distribute on her network as well. Okay, and any other
That's
network.
what I'm
So
talking.
love you guys, okay? I love you guys. I'm looking forward to working with you guys again. And I'm looking forward to work. And I want to say this. Any big time celebrity out there listening, one person I really am looking forward to work with, two people, is Kevin Hart and Taraji P. Henson. I'm looking forward to working with y'all one day.
We're gonna make this happen. You gotta believe this.
Okay.
We are going to make this happen. It doesn't
Yes.
stop here, it starts here. You feel what I'm
And yes.
saying?
Yes. And big up to
So
Miss
this
Sariah. Sariah, I love you, sis. Thank you
Oh,
for
I
this
love you
opportunity.
too.
It was like how can I put it? It was like I don't want to say love at first sight in a different format of love.
Yeah,
More like the love of God at first sight. Put it like that.
yes, yes.
Yeah.
I know
So
exactly what you mean. I know you don't mean anything that's derogatory or
oh
disrespectful or anything like
yeah.
that. I know you don't because guess what? If you did, you wouldn't be on this show.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to. I don't do that.
I did
Oh,
my due
and also
diligence.
another one, Miss Carissa Jones. I forgot. Miss Carissa Jones. Can't forget you, sis. Love you, Miss Carissa Jones. Okay,
I
she's one of my
gotta say,
actors.
go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
No, no,
She's
go
one of
ahead.
my actors. She's one of my actors. She plays a superhero in the film by the name of Furious Woman, and we're gonna start her own comic book franchise probably like sometime summer 2024. And all goes well, her actual movie should be out sometime 2026 right after Regine Raymond with her film, we're doing as well with her, separate. Because I have a comic book movie I'm doing. It's called The Unstoppables. We're filming it now, and it's a bunch of black and superheroes coming together, and then I'm gonna branch everybody that have their own franchise and superhero
That is
created mostly by
awesome.
myself. And
So,
Sariah gets in the movie as
yes,
well.
I'm telling you, I'm looking forward. I'm
Yeah.
looking forward. I have to have this movie come out. I have to have the documentary come out. I want to start so much stuff that I'm going to talk to you about off camera because this is all about you and just sponsoring the new actors, the new people that's opening up restaurants, things like that. So is there any words you want to say before we end this?
Any words I want to say? All I can say is this: no matter what you do in life, right? Put God first. Because when you do that, you can't fail. When you don't
Mm,
do that, you will fail. Okay? You may
most
not be where you
definitely.
should be. Okay? You may not be where you ought to be, but thank God you're not where you used to be.
Amen.
And that's a word for us.
Amen. So one thing I want to say, this is not the last you're going to see of Randy. This is just the beginning. We don't have just a
Okay?
one, two, three, four, five, but we're going to have six shows and more with Randy
What?
coming on here
I
telling
don't
us
six shows.
about.
I don't deserve it. Six shows. Everything happened so quick. Are you sure you're not the feds? Okay. And I've done some other stuff in my life when I was a kid. You sure you ain't the
Funny.
police?
Everybody
Let me
said that
stop.
I make their head spin how fast I work. I only work as fast as God work, and God works so extremely fast in my life.
Oh, I
I
got a
make
re-
every second
I
count.
got a request. I got a request. I got two requests.
What's that?
Okay. I would love, if anybody listening, Mr. Tyler Perry, I would love to be a guest on one of your sitcoms out there. And also, I would love the opportunity. I'm doing my own stuff. I would love the opportunity to star in a Jurassic Park movie. All right? So that's
Oh,
all I'm going to say.
wow.
I would
You
love the
know what?
opportunity.
Tyler Perry is my dream that I want to work with him. I mean, it's always been because my mom said, Sariah, you act just like my dad. That don't make no sense. Like she said, I'm so silly or whatever, but I just love just being me. I love the fact that she called me Sariah. I love the fact what the meaning is. I love the fact that I'm just here to be able to
Yeah.
make a difference in people's lives.
Yeah.
And it's just an honor to have you on here. Once again,
Yeah.
I
Thank
apologize
you.
for
Oh,
even thinking about. I'm sorry.
that's okay. Okay, I want to say something
Yeah,
else.
I said I apologize once again for even thinking about that. I said people are fortunate to be on my show. No, I'm the fortunate one. And I just want to give a shout out myself to Joy. She just opened her own lobster restaurant called BK Lobster. Baltimore is on yeah, 2226 Eastern Avenue. She's doing amazing work. She's actually a classmate of mine in the small business classes that we're taking. We graduate in the next 9 or 10 weeks, and we'll be able to actually assist in the billions of dollar contracts for Baltimore City after we graduate. So I'm just so fortunate to say, I think, my partner, Michelle, she actually laid that in my lap and said, Sariah, this is for you. And I've been praying to God and said, God, I don't know how you're going to do it, but you're going to make me a billionaire. And I'm going to be able to make sure that anyone connect with me would never have to worry about a thing again. again,
Amen.
as long as they believe and they have faith. So we're going to move forward, and we're going to do whatever it takes to make sure that we help each other, and we don't just do it for ourselves, because our life is not our own. We're here to change a life. We're not
Yes,
here for ourselves.
that's
It's a
right.
chain reaction. We are here to tell someone about our story and save a life when they hear our story. So we're going to just keep moving forward, and we're going to have Randy back. You better believe it. We got to see some of the things
I
he
don't
have
feel.
done. We're going to follow him. Yes, we're going
I
to
don't
follow
feel.
you.
I don't feel. I don't feel that important, but I thank you so much. I wanted to say, out of all my movies, I want you to see two features of mine. One
Which
of them is
one?
called a non-Thanksgiving family dinner,
A
and another one is
non-Thanksgiving family venom.
yes, it's on YouTube now. It's on my TV show here. I also have a TV show located in New York and worldwide on Brick TV, IT,
So
Brick.
I want you to send me those links. Send me those
Okay,
links of the things you want me to see. I promise you, I'm gonna get through them. I don't care if I just fall asleep watching them or whatever. When I get some downtime, I'm on my way to work. To be honest,
okay,
I'm
and
been
also,
working all day. I'm on my way to work, and I'm not gonna be finished tonight. But I would love to see one of your movies while I'm,
I'll, I'll,
getting unwind tonight.
and also my film I did, my feature film, another feature film I did, my film Superhero, in which it's part of the comic book called Big Man the Conqueror. Edit,
That's what I'm talking about.
edit and special effects on Mr. Dorian Langston. And I have a short
That is
film called
awesome.
Big Man the Conqueror. I got a comic book out for it, coming, and I'm doing an arcade for it.
That's why we got to have you back out. We got to have you back out on the show. So we want to end this one only because I don't want to end, only because I have to, because I still have property management things to do. I have 7 houses I have to go to before the night end. And it was a pleasure. I swear. I
Thank
don't
you.
want this to end at all. It was a pleasure having you on here. And I will have you back on here in the next couple of weeks. I have a few people in mind, and I want you back. I want you back telling us what changes have been made in your life since today. We're going to hear you. It's going to be some big changes in your life from today on. I'm telling
I
you, this is
will.
what I
Thank
know.
you.
This is what I
I'm
know.
actually trying to go back to Africa. I've been there twice. I want to go back to South Africa. I want to show me the filming out there.
That's what I'm talking about. Man, this is so amazing. We are going to try to end this. Try to.
One thing about New York is we don't know how to stop talking. So, it's good.
Oh God, I was laughing so hard. I was like,
I don't want to make you late for anything. That pays bills like we all do.
I was like, I thought I talk too much. People say, "Somebody, you talk too much. You don't know how to shut up." And then I was listening to you. I said, "Oh, he got me beat."
Call me 7-Eleven.
I gotta go. Oh God. All right. So everybody just know, please don't forget to also purchase the second book that I was in. Here you go.
Yes.
The second book, Diamond and Pearls, it is the journey of womenpreneurs who rock journal book. And then I also have the other book right here, which I'm a co-author of, and it became Amazon #1 bestseller, international in 6 categories. I'm telling you, my third book was also published a few weeks ago, which is a journal that I have out there. I always put out the post. If you don't know it, please just reach out to me at any given time on Facebook. Follow me. And for some reason, I can't. For some reason, people can't request my friend request anymore, or you can reach out to me on IG. I need to find a notification on IG, but I do check it periodically. That's how I was able to get to you so fast, because something in my spirit says, just check your IG. And then I say, oh my God, I had somebody on here 2 days ago. Let me reach out. But because I'm a person, I'm a doer. I'm not a talker too much, but I'm a doer. I like to jump on things right away, because how can you be a connector of all nations? How can you help people? How can you say that you're the best in the nation? Because that's what I'm working on, being the number one in the nation of anything and everything that I touch. How can I do that if I don't be responsive? I have to be responsive to everything that come across my table, my phone, whatever it may be. But Randy, I got to say thank you so much for giving us great laughs. I'm talking about a great
You're welcome.
story, a great testimony. I mean, he will be back. And if you want Randy back sooner than later, just hit my IG, hit me on Facebook, and I will have him back right away. But I need to go right now, and I promise you, be blessed. I will always care for you, love you, and pray for you if I know you or not. But I'm out of here. We love
Yes,
you so much. Anything
yes.
else, Randy? Don't say a paragraph.
All I want to say, thank you
All I
for
want to say,
listening.
thank you for listening.
Over the minutes.
Over the minutes.
I love you,
That's
I love you,
but God
that's what
loves
I'm
you
but God
more.
loves you more.
that's what
Bye
I'm
bye.
talking
Bye bye.
about. All right. See y'all. We are out of here.
Bye.
Bye.